bad. First of the month, I'm a running back. Same day, why I'm a running back. Friday, payday, running back. Running back, running back, running back. 48 yards, I run it back. I cop a car, I run it back. Go your then run it back. Run it back, run it back, run it back. Yeah. Yeah. Okay, 30,000 in the pocket, no change. Okay, I might pass the ball, but this is no game. Okay, all my girls, they love and hate me the same. Okay.
All right, Coach. First opened back in 2008. There's a look at Lucas Oil Stadium here in downtown Indy. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Tennessee Titans and the Indianapolis Colts. That's fielded in the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
At their own 22-yard line.
They'll run it here. This is Foreman. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Clayton Geathers makes the stop. Defense able to get there, swarm to the football. Zilch, zero, nada there for the offense, Charles.
Yeah, it really was an example of good team defense, wasn't it? Everyone handled their responsibilities, and they held them to no gain.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. From the shotgun, it's Mariota. That's complete to John Ross. And now for him on the season, that is his 80th catch, and the result is a first down. That's what we're used to seeing from him right there. Plays like that, why he's number 4 in the league in terms of receiving yardage.
Able to make adjustments all along the way. Doesn't matter where he lines up, where he releases from. Working his way into the secondary, figures out defenses and finds weak spots in order to get open.
He's going to walk into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 34. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the first quarter.
Too many runs in this play. First quarter, first drive, first interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts. Nyheim Hines, his first carry. And he'll be taken down right around the 34 after a pickup of only a yard.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Here's Hines. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. They follow up the first down 1-yard run with a minimal gain of 2.
He's definitely tough to get down. We just saw it right there. But how about what we did see? Pursuit, wrap up, and then the big finish with the tackle.
Single. 12 mine. Watch the screen. Down right. Check nickel.
Throwing on 3rd down, Luck. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
But that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. This is taken at the 15. Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. And it'll be Titan football. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. As we know, they had the chance last week, Charles, to lock up the division. Couldn't do it. Now it all comes down to the final week of the season. But once again, they control their destiny.
And that's a good thing, but I wonder about mindset because you mentioned they had a chance to lock it up last week, didn't. Are they bringing extra pressure to themselves now? Even though they control their own destiny with a win, now because they didn't get it done before, will they be even tighter as they approach this game?
And right now fighting for every win possible to try to at least secure home field for the wild card and or divisional round. Mariota on first down. Here's Higgins out of the right side. That's a good chunk of yardage. It's going to be canceled out.
And we always talk about hidden yardage in a game. That's going to count as that because now it doesn't go on the books, but now they have to make that up again, don't they?
Working out of the gun, Mariota. And this will be incomplete. And this passing game's whole offense really didn't show up in the loss last week, and it hasn't started all that great here either.
Yeah, and they can't let that incompletion become an uh-oh moment. Like, oh boy, here we go again, just like last week. Each game is its own entity, treated as such.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for second down. On second down, this is Cannon. Call it a 6-yard gain. Still plenty of work to do coming up. 3rd and 14.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Third and long here for Mariota. This one complete into the hands of Higgins. And they'll get him to the ground. He has another first down at the Colts' 44-yard line.
When you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice game.
22 yards on the catch and run, a first down.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
The first red zone opportunity for the Titans. They've got a 1st and 10 from the 10. From the gun, Mariota. And it's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Tennessee. Cameron Batson, his 6th touchdown of the season, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Extra point put through by Suckup, and that makes the score 7-0. Now it's Ryan Suckup on after the touchdown to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And the last drive, the first drive for them, not very good. 3 and out. What do they go to here?
Well, you don't look down at your play sheet and say, this is what the problem is. Let's find out who my playmakers are. Get the ball in their hands, and maybe the offense will move a little bit better.
Sometimes it's more important to get it to the right people rather than dialing up the right number.
Exactly.
Or the right play, yeah.
That too.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
You think you're going to get this? You think you're going to... Hey, check. Hey, 50. Hey, check. Switch up.
Here's Locke. Escaping the pressure right. On the run, he'll let it go. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. A gain of 32 that time.
First down. First and 10 at the 43-yard line.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for first and 10. They run with Hines. That's over 40 yards of movement with those last two plays.
Pardon, I remember a coaching friend of mine used to tell his running backs before games, make sure you run and jog with your offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking when those big behemoths start to create space for you up front. He did a pretty good job of just following those guys through there for a nice explosive run.
They still need about the length of the football here, maybe a little less as they come up on 2nd and inches. They'll run now with Ware. And nothing but green grass here, middle of the field. And they move this all the way down to the 9. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down.
Eyes and attention are on the fullback. Big-time carry, big yardage. But how about the guys up front, the offensive line? A lot of people think they may have to block it differently for the fullback to get big yardage. They really don't. Because he's big, strong, and powerful, a lot of times he makes his own way. They may not have to block as hard.
After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Second quarter now from Indianapolis with the homestanding Colts in possession as they come up now 2nd and goal. They'll try again on 2nd and goal after going backwards to the 12. They'll try the air now with Locke. He turned that into a nice gain, gets him 8 yards closer for 3rd down.
Well, it looked like a quick hitter, a 3-step drop, but when it's not there, what do? He elects to try and escape through the massive bodies up the middle, and he does so and picks up positive yardage.
240. Watch the curl. Under 10. Under 10. 10.
On the ground, this is Ware. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play that time, so a big stop, and it's going to leave him with a 4th and goal. And his kick is right there. It's good, and they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. A good drive gets them inside the 5, but they could not punch it in.
And credit the defense, too. Make sure that happens because that was the old bend but don't break approach. Made sure they contained them when they absolutely had to and forced the field goal attempt that went through.
Let's go, boy. Bring it on.
First and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. Things progressing to plan so far. Their defense has been solid, and they've got themselves a 7-0 lead after the touchdown the last time they had the ball.
And this is no time to even think about, hey, are we going to milk the clock? Hey, are we just going to do ball control? This is the NFL. 7-0 leads, they don't last very long unless you continue to push the envelope on offense.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. They'll run with Penny here out of the shotgun. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27.
That was a really nice run there to bring up 3rd and short. After the incompletion on 1st down, it's awfully nice to have a running back that you can hand it to and put you back in a good situation.
3rd and short yardage. Mariota. Throw left side to Higgins. And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a first down. 3rd catch of this first half for him, and this one is a first down. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Throwing, Mariota. And they get to Mariota here as he's dropped on the sack. And their inaugural sack of the game coming from an unlikely source.
You mean it wasn't a linebacker? It wasn't a defensive end?
It was somebody like you.
Oh, my goodness. Yeah, that's a surprise for the offense. That's not what they normally get when they think about pressure.
Throwing on second and long. Mariota. Throw left side complete. That's Higgins. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. A gain there of 21 yards. So after 2 first downs, they get another here. 1st and 10 at the 45. From the gun again to Penny. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. There to stop him was Darius Leonard. Throwing on second down. Mariota. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Cannon. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line.
Well, I know it goes against the instincts of the person catching the ball because all you're ever taught is catch the football, don't drop it.
But drop it there.
Yeah, in that situation, dropping it would have been better. End up losing yardage even though they completed the pass.
As good as a sack.
Yeah, how about that? Although they won't get the same credit for it, and it won't help them at contract time.
And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
And he didn't quite have the backspin on that one. It hits at the 4 and continues into the end zone. It's a touchback. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point
kicker.
Exactly. He put it through the post. That's going to help him at contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him at contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that.
I
don't know about that. Super toe.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. From the gun, here's Love. This one complete to Devin Funchess. And he'll be corralled well upfield right around the 40-yard line. A gain there of 21 yards. 2 minutes to play in this first half. 7-3 our score. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
Sorry, we get slap happy up here sometimes. It'll be a loss of 1, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 39-yard line.
Check up. 5, 6, 5.
Let's go, defense. Hey, man up, D, man up.
Back to throw, Lott. Forced out to his left. And now he'll let this one go deep. And this will be caught at the 30. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. Now, that's one they hate. The ball's got to come all the way back.
So that's an explosive play, a really explosive play that gets wiped out, and they have to start over after the penalty.
Maybe worse than the loss of yardage, they also lose the down. So now it's 3rd and long. Here's Lott. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
And this will be covered up. Pretty good result. It'll be down at the 14-yard line. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. Still more than a minute to go, so there is time if they want to mount something here. And a loose football, and the Colts pick it up. And his guys are going to take over at the 21-yard line. So the defense there, opportunistic.
It's nice to give them credit, isn't it? Because so many times it's more a matter of what the offensive guy didn't do. Didn't secure the ball, didn't cover up. In this case, let's just give credit to where it belongs. Knocked it free, made a big play.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. You're under a minute to go here in the half. Field position not really in your favor, but still time to try and move the ball and get in field goal range.
Yeah, you got the lead. It's definitely a thought. Let's go ahead and try and increase it. But at the same time, I don't like the odds. I don't like where they are in the field. Got the lead. They've done well in the first half. Don't mess it up and go into halftime looking at each other wondering what if.
So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. Throwing is Mariota. Going deep downfield for Ross. And this is taken in at the 5. Touchdown, Titans. John Ross with his 16th touchdown of the year. And the Titans get the quick strike touchdown. Extra point up and good by Suckup. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Now it's Ryan Suckup on after the touchdown to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on first down. And it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying, but I'm running a draw. I'm running a screen. I'm seeing if something pops. And if it does, that can alter my strategy and potentially get me some points. And if it doesn't work, well, then you just run the clock out and go to the locker room.
So we've come upon halftime here in Week 17 as we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, the final 2 quarters of the NFL regular season are upon us as the second half of Week 17 is underway. That's fielded in the end zone. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there.
But
this
you're going to do that?
I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. On second down, it's Hines. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. 11 yards there, first down. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. A shotgun snap for Locke. And Rodgers has it over on the right side. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. Now it's Locke. And And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's third down.
Brings up third down and 6 yards to go.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down.
It's a party now. Let's go, Mike 50. Mike 50. 11. Mike 50. Mike 50. Here we go. Hey, Steve 6.
Here's Locke. Looking deep downfield. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Darnell Savage. Johnson was the intended receiver. Well, when you start thinking of guys that are in the mix for Defensive Player of the Year, I think you use him as Exhibit A. Maybe he's not the leading guy right now, but he's at least on the periphery and deserves to be in the discussion.
And because of that, he's looking at a game today where in order to make that big move and maybe become the guy, he needs multiple takeaways, multiple big plays, things that get our attention and reverberate for weeks to come.
He's going to have the first down past the 20 and all the way up to the 33-yard line. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup.
This is one of those plays that could go either way, but we've seen the influence of the college game now in the NFL, where we're seeing more and more of these plays run, and that one went for a big gain.
Check that. Time to go, night. Shit. Switch it. Come on, switch it. One.
That's going to set him back 5 yards.
We're going to work.
The delay of game backs him up 5, 1st and 15.
One. Hey, Mike 52.
To throw Mariota. And a big loss here as he's taken down.
Now that was just absolute perfect man coverage. Nowhere for them to go with the football. Led to a sack. And that's really difficult to do in today's NFL with all these gazelles running around that you're trying to cover in the secondary.
Here we go. Three. Go. 52, Mike 52.
On second and a long way to go. Mariota. He's got a man complete. A gain there of 30 big ones. Catch number 100 for his career right there, and it's good enough to keep the chains moving. Just like that, out of danger and up past the 40 now for 1st and 10.
Let's make these babies cry all the way back home.
Mariota now. The Colts are going to get him. Down he goes.
I know there would be a little bit of criticism there because they went right back to the air after the huge pickup and ended up getting sacked. That's often a play that you make. You feel like you've got momentum on your side.
Unfortunately, the O-line failed to hold up to try to keep that momentum going. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. Call it a pickup of 7 on the ground. That trims it to a 3rd and 15 situation.
And on 3rd and 15, we see the dime look, 6 DBs on the field.
Playing pass all the way. To throw is Mariota. And that is incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. And that'll hit at the 5 and go into the end zone for a touchback.
Check out.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive.
And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. The stop for no gain brings up 2nd and 10 from the 20.
No gain on this. Reggie. Shit. Hey, check.
Now Luck. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Jannard Avery in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
Okay, you know my bias is about to come out here. A lot of people think that the offense is just moving in the wrong direction. I'd say they're moving in the right direction because the defense is pushing them back.
Former defensive guy. Now, as a quarterback, 3rd and long, you really got to rally the troops here, don't you?
Yeah, you do in a big way, and what else do you have to look out for? More pressure coming at you because it seems to be working pretty well.
Now a shot taken on 3rd down, but it's going to wind up incomplete. Averaging 50 yards a boot so far as this one's away. That's going to go in the books as a 55-yard punt. Well done. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. They've got the lead here getting late into the 3rd quarter. And the passing game for them, it's been terrific. We've seen that. But the rushing game, almost non-existent.
And with the lead and trying to finish this game off, they need the running game to come back to life. They need to get sparked that.
And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. Touchdown, Titans. Marcus Mariota with his 3rd touchdown pass of the afternoon. And the Titans are able to extend their lead. Still plenty of time left in the game, but now starting to pull away a little bit. Get some breathing room with that one.
And I don't want people to think that NFL locker rooms are cookie cutter, that everyone's saying the exact same thing in every situation. But I do know that all 32 teams have an emphasis on starting fast. Game, second half, no matter what. Whether it's first 5 minutes, first 3, whatever. This was a big score to start the second half.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. From the 21, it's 2nd and 10.
Set the tone, defense. Let's go. You got motion man. You got motion man right there. Close. Nice 50.
Luck now to throw. And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd.
And we just saw another example. These cornerbacks have played tight coverage all game long. Might start wanting to think about a few double, triple move routes to try and shake their guys free.
They have, you're right, they have had no room to breathe.
11 feet.
Throwing is Luck. Wide open receiver complete. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. And they're able to convert on 3rd with a solid gain of 23. Throwing again is Luck. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. Going up top. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's third down.
Brings up third down and 10.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down.
Push him back.
To the air again. Lock. Open man is Darius Fountain. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Titans 36. Back now here on EA Sports. It's the Colts, so they've got the football, but they've got work to do, trailing here as we begin the fourth quarter. Now Locke. Going right side here, and that's complete. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. 20 yards on both of those plays back-to-back there. They are moving now. It's another first down. From the red zone now, Locke. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Brian Allen. And a great return as they're finally able to take him down.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent, and now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
Following the interception here, Mariota. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete. He was looking for John Ross that time. That'll bring up second down. The incompletion there stops the clock. Any surprise they're throwing here late?
Ordinarily, yes, because you would think enough is enough. They've got plenty of lead, but I've seen this a bunch of times as well. The defense is going to crowd the line of scrimmage. If you just hand it off inside, you're getting your running back popped a lot as well. Sometimes the defense dictates it. If they're going to crowd it, you may have no other choice but to throw.
And they get to Mariota here as he's dropped on the sack.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Now Mariota. Got a man, it's Ross, complete. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Touchdown, Titans. John Ross with his third touchdown and 18th on the year. And the Titans are able to extend their lead. Extra point put through by Succop. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Now it's Ryan Succop on after the touchdown to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part two, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
First and 10 at the 32-yard line.
From the 32 now, here's first and 10.
Come on, boy. Come on, boy. Hey, check.
Locke. This one complete to Curtis Samuel. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. Call it a gain of 14 for the second play in a row. That's just his second catch of the game. They wanted to keep him silent. They have kept him silent.
Defensive football 101. Don't let the best player on offense beat you. Take him out of the game, and they've done a great job of doing that.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down.
140, easy, alert.
Here's Locke. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. Second down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Clock throwing again. And the Titan defense steps up here, and down he goes. Bernardrick McKinney muscled his way in for the sack. Luck and the Colts looking for something big here after the sack. This is 3rd and long. To throw is Luck. The tight end Jarwin with it out on the left side. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down. Colts going on 4th. It's Luck. And Luck will be intercepted for a 3rd time. Picked off by Darnell Savage. And they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard line. This spot in the 4th quarter with that deficit, had to throw the football. Unfortunately, there's the risk of big turnover.
And you know you're going to be throwing against nickel, dime, all sorts of exotic defenses, but you have to do it anyway. Ordinarily, you might want to run the football a little bit, try and get them out of it. But as you noted, this time of the game, this point on the clock, had to throw it.
2nd and 6 at the 36-yard line.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
Let's go, D. Tighten up. One. He's checking crab. No.
Mariota. He finds Ross. Right side. It's complete. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 12 yards there and a 1st down.
When you have someone throwing it that well, that confidently, you don't have to call the game in fear at all, do you? You just go ahead and play.
Yep, confidence with a lead to throw it here in the 4th, and boom, he's on the money.
Yeah, you don't have to tuck your head in and go like turtle at this point. You can just go ahead and play.
And he's going to take this one across midfield and into Colts territory.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
From just shy of midfield, Mariota throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. Great coverage there all around. Really didn't have many options to throw the football.
Very little chance that that one was going to be completed. Every receiver was locked up.
So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6.
Mike 52. I got one. Hey, Mike 52.
From the shotgun, it's Mariota. And that will be incomplete.
They went with the dime look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th.
Mike 52. Orbit. Go. Where's 52? Watch 52.
Now Mariota on 4th down. This one complete into the hands of Higgins. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. So not only do they convert on 4th, but they pick up 22 yards in the process. So the Titans in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over.
I'm going to run you up.
A 1st down throw for Mariota. Looking left sideline, but it's incomplete. He was trying to get it to A.J. Brown that time. And it's 2nd down. They're still throwing the football here. Now, obviously, the incompletion stops the clock. That's a bad thing.
Feels to me like they're just keeping them honest on defense because you know they're going to stack the line of scrimmage and try and stop any type of a running play. Short little passes may work in exchange of running plays. Keep the clock.
And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their total.
And now we've hit that stage of the game, partner, where one of our predecessors, one of the great commentators of all time, Used to sing in this situation when this game appeared to be over.
I know the fat lady's been singing for some time.
No, not her at all. This is one of our guys.
She's singing too.
Oh, she's
on like the 5th tune.
Yeah, she left Scales way behind, but he used to sing something about turning out the lights. The party was over.
And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in a game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
Second down 6 at the 50-yard line.
From the 50, it's Love. And this one complete right side to Funchess. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Titans' 37. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line.
Again, Love. And this is caught. A spectacular one-handed grab there. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 11 seconds remaining in the ball game.
1st and 10 at the 12-yard line.
Luck going to bring him up 1st and 10. And he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive. Here's Luck. Being chased out left. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. And the clock will now stop as a timeout is called with 5 seconds left.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 6-yard line.
Stay with your man. 11Z. Hey, check Mike 50. Mike is a 50. Check Mike 50. 65. 65. 65. Mike's 50. Mike's 50. Hey, defense, let's go. Pick it up, D.
One last throw here for Luck. This will be caught at about the 5. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. So this one, a Tennessee Titan victory. And they were buoyed, Charles, by a big second half that put this one on ice.
So you get the sense that whatever was said at halftime obviously hit home. I think it's a little bit more than that, though. Obviously, there are words that are said, and hey, come